My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Curse the Dead Gods. It is time to continue in our journeys in the hard dungeon. I've already had a pre-look at these weapons. The other ones aren't particularly exciting. However, Heartseeker's Teeth of Death. Not only does it have secondary weapons affixes are doubled, so we have a priority to find another secondary weapon. It's got a ranged weapon. In fact, it's got two ranged weapons. It's also got a shield for better parry timings. The shield comes with a 25% chance to automatically trigger a parry. That's its base rather than an affix, so that will not get doubled, is my understanding. And Heartseekers themselves are a cursed weapon. The projectiles have greater range and pierce through enemies, and it will also give us a corruption for each enemy killed. However, a single corruption for each enemy killed, that's something that we could actually outweigh just with some relic pickups. So let's take this. I will be running with my default loadout here as well. And the big reason for that is because I'm a little rusty. I haven't played in a couple days. I don't want to push myself too hard coming out the gate, you know? I might have to pay blood for a weapon, but if we can get a an offhand weapon that has good affixes, suddenly maybe that's the one we want to get upgraded 2 times here in the first floor. I do feel like I'm almost certainly pathing myself along both of those upgrades, though. That represents a good spike of damage. So Bloodseeker is a main hand. Okay, I gotta remember, for a while, I'm probably just gonna be using mainly my shield. Especially on maps like this, where there will be possibly something extra I can do with the whole shielding situation. In particular, there's something extra there was just knocking units into the traps behind them. There we go again. That's fine. Doesn't matter as long as I keep up the greed kills. Yeah, now who are you gonna heal? I mean, you're gonna summon someone to heal, so. Don't get me wrong, I know the answer to my question. Woo! Okay, good. Kept it all, yeah, if we want to buy a weapon, we definitely have to use extra here. I've never used Storm's Lash. Ooh, plus 40% base damage if the main weapon is a throwing weapon. If this had other good modifiers, I'd be all aboard the Lamont Grapeshot revolver here. Lightning attacks. I haven't used this weapon much at all. Okay. I don't know if this is going to be the one that I upgrade. I may actually end up just double upgrading even the cursed weapon, possibly. But I do want to have a little bit of a play with this weapon. I've been impressed with lightning the last couple times I've used it, and those times have been weapons that weren't dedicated to lightning. They just also had lightning on them. Okay, so one slap gets no stagger. The second slap does a bunch of damage, though. It damages the hell out of them. Good, good utilization of the old thing that we just utilized there. One sec, hang on. There we go. Just had to make sure that I got them to actually take down the back line. Okay, so it looks like the second shot, when it does the lightning strike, is doing a whole mess of damage. Nice early stat pickups there. Okay, so it seems like the second hit All right, so it's a finisher. but it also seems to be triggering the lightning strike. So is lightning like a setup knockdown kind of thing? Like you put lightning on a target and then you explode them afterwards with the next incident of lightning on that target? I mean, I'll tell you, I definitely want the attributes. I very, very likely after... Ooh, all Jaguar statues fire a fireball. That's going to be a little bit problematic in the boss fight. I'm going to have to remember that I have that. Yeah, I'm definitely going to want the stats. Uh-oh. I know what this room is. To be entirely frank, I may actually end up giving up on trying to get the walls open here. We got one of them open there, which is nice. But it's... Okay, so there was that one would have been good. That one would have been a little bit of money as well. But yeah, I would rather be a lot safer here. Okay, so the first hit can stagger unless the enemies are attacking us. This is also kind of like my first time really using a whip as my primary damage dealer, outside of using it as an offhand or using it as an initiator by just bringing a unit in with the other ability. Whew. Almost missed out there. Had to tag with my other weapon. Offer to the gods for nothing, or take plus 15% critical damage, which is actually pretty important for us right now. Let me think about that. I'm really glad to see that we get some constitution here, because that is actually plus 2% per point of constitution in terms of damage on our whip. So that's 10% extra damage we just picked up there, and then we also got a Grace of the Tempest trigger at the very end, getting us another 2%. Okay, so the first doesn't have to hit. And it seems to cause fire as a secondary offense. Interesting. Well, I mean, there's no reason not to take that, so sure. What with the trashing effect for it not being something that actually is relevant to us. Good Lord. All of them being active is definitely a wee bit scary. Okay, that's the first time I think I've seen like an appreciable lightning effect. That is to say, a lightning arcing to a unit that I wasn't specifically attacking. Perfect dodges restore an extra stamina, as well as give us constitution. Yeah. All about it. Is this really what I want to do? This is charged. Oh, of course that's his charged attack. The offhand. You can get 2 upgrades in the next area and then 1 upgrade individual thereafter. There is a weapon before the next 2 upgrades. It comes down to whether or not I want a relic or upgrades here. I'm gonna go for the upgrades. I'm still not settled on where the upgrade goes though. It could depend on, you know, an added affix. Okay, whips are really stamina hungry in terms of their combos, though. Alright. Oh, okay, that was rough, and I had to give myself some corruption in order to finish that off, but we're all good now. Okay, so it adds no affix to anything except for the stiff bow, but we're not upgrading the stiff bow. Alright, fine. Goes in Storm's Lash. It If we can get like an extra 30% critical damage on it, having that double to the extra 60%, that is to say, if we can get that on the weapon affix rather than a relic, I'd take it on a relic and I'd be happy with it on a relic, right? But it's if we can. I'd like it in a different fashion, excuse me. The offhand's real good. But also, I do have a lot of crit stacks, and I've got plus 50% damage from my... It's also a level 3, level 4 weapon now. And I've got the extra 50% damage from the Reptilian Hunger still kicking on. So you have a lot of things modifying our damage upwards there. I should be able to defeat this champion. Whether or not I'm going to be able to defeat this champion without a golden hourglass, without... Well, I have ranged off hands. I should be okay here. It's the Jaguar statues firing a fireball that I really got to worry about. Oh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're really seeing how much damage is done by it now. Interesting. So the lightning hit a unit that was across the entire map. Oh God! You! Oh, I was so close! Oh, that was almost perfect! Yeah, slightly overestimated the width range there, unfortunately. Come on, please, Bloodstake. Please, because this is a two-handed weapon. If it says plus damage per cursed weapon, we're in the clear. It's plus damage per cursed relic carried. Gold offerings remove 15 corruption. Ooh. Regain max health when we walk through a door. How many relic slots do we have open? 1. Gold offerings remove 15 corruption is really good anti-attrition for us. I could just remove a curse right now and not take the curse that I'm about to get when I go into the next room. Definitely using the Temple Heart to replace there. Sure. Okay. Remove the curse, removing all of Oz. It's really unfortunate. But, you know, don't dwell on it. See what you can do. Otherwise, let's go to the attributes first here. There's pretty much no combo of attributes I'm not happy about right now. Which is always a neat position to be in. Okay, the whip wind-up is huge. It feels more and more like a weapon that you use when you can, not that you just use, you know? Yeah, just getting rid of both of those weapons. Get myself 16 corruption removal right there. Pretty great. Really would have preferred item there to money, but that's okay. Any items out here? See? Before that enemy even started their extra attack there, I had already attacked them. Or I'd already sent out my own attack, and they would have hit me if I just delayed to see what their response was going to be, you know? Okay. In order to avoid that, I'm going to need to use more charged attacks. Because the charged attack, at the very least, when I unload it on the enemy, they're going to be staggered for a moment, giving me the time to actually wind up my second hit against them. In terms of damage, this is the best upgrade we can get. It was 20% extra damage on the whip as it stands. Yep. Lost our timer there, unfortunately. Not really balling out of control in terms of money, so I'm actually kind of worried about that just happened. Yeah, south is the one that you go first here. I always forget this, and then I miss out on a chest, and I'm always arguing about how many chests I missed out on. Lose a perception. I'm gonna take the 200 gold. I'm taking the 200 gold because I'm not currently stacking that many greed kills. It's a little bit of a roll for it. But also with the end of this floor having 2 upgrades on an already heavily upgraded weapon, it's quite likely that we need it. Okay. Slick door open there, if I do say so myself. And I did. Feel free to rewind around 8 seconds at this point, and you'll see. Beautiful. Got some money out of it, but honestly, the thing I care about more there is just getting some extra greed kill stacks. So is it when lightning kills an enemy, it then strikes another enemy that's alive? Is that what's going on? 8% of max health. Well, this definitely overrides something. Probably the perception one. +2 to all of us. That's definitely worth the override there. I'm really glad to have the perfect dodges restore 1 more stamina, because it feels like a lot of the time I am having to perfect dodge to get away from these. Okay. Give me stam. Give me stam. No! Nice work. They got me. Oh, I'm doing so good in controlling the enemies now. All I needed to do was lose the greed stack I was worried about, evidently. And suddenly we're doing a lot better. I see how you operate, game. I see. Plus 40% of no. I mean, the other affixes are good here, but we're not changing the super highly upgraded weapon, obviously. I wouldn't be sad to upgrade my offhand. Sorry, my offhand, my two-hander. I feel like I don't really have a lot of diversity in my moveset right now. Don't really have the ability to knock enemies back. Ah. A heavily upgraded Wind Fury Pike, you say? Actually, still not jazzed about any of those. I'll take one more reroll. Oh god, that Blazing Shield's pretty good though. Blazing Blade, Keen Bow. Yeah, if nothing else is worth it for the Perception pickup. Also, already dealing 21% extra damage and wants to be shot through a bunch of enemies at longer range. I'm okay with that. Still not psyched about it, but okay with it, okay. Whoa! Nice try. Make sure that I get you out of position and dead as quickly as possible. And again for the rangers that just made connection afterwards. Beautiful room. Well handled, in my opinion. Extra fire attacks as well as 3 constitution. That looks like a corruption saver to me. Okay. We do have a lot of corruption removal available to us. Whenever we buy things, we're removing 20. No, just 15, right? Because we didn't take the second one. Which, you know, it's good. It's quite significant. Is it gonna stop me from just using the whip here while I'm trying to explore whips more? Probably not. Hup. Nice try the both of you. Okay. That hit was great. I just wish I understood lightning slightly better. 6% of a gold offering amount. I mean, that'll be a lot of healing at the very end of the game. Oh, no, it won't, right, because we're not going to a third area. It's still probably better than the Temple Heart for me. Yeah, because we are buying a lot of things with gold. Gain, Storm's Lash here. Where do I? Pantheon, statistics. Yeah, I don't really want tips and tricks. But I think one of those is probably going to explain lightning a bit better. I want to go and read that, but it doesn't seem to be available to me while I'm in the middle of a run. Oh well. We'll make do. But yeah, I have fundamental misunderstandings about how lightning works at the moment. I'm trying to iron those out a little bit. All right. Beautiful money. Love a good setup knockdown for everything there. Plus 20% base damage for claws, as well as 30 dex. Look, 30 dex, 3 dex rather. I'll change the Archer's Pendant for that because it's the same statistics. I missed out on some money there, but actually, I know that that isn't a super valuable area to have missed out on, so I don't feel too bad about it. It could have been far worse. That one doesn't even have a chest. Hardly even worth my time. I would like that. Okay, none of the rest of that's gold. Whoop! I was actually about to take out my... In fact, I had already taken out my torch to try and blow that up in the middle of the room. Very, very glad that the game beat me to it there. Yeah, that one's going to be money for us. So are all of these urns. They're urns, but we're the one who earns. No, don't need that. We have difficulty knocking back enemies, so how am I going to get them killed consistently by the environment? Doesn't seem likely. All right. Hello. My slow attacks are probably going to be a problem here. What with all the fast hits the enemy do. Well, there we go. No perfect here. Ah, too soon. I got you. 2 state changes at the same time. Got him. So much damage. Okay, we only parried 2 times there, so we're not getting the weapon. That's fine. Because either it was a main hand or it was an offhand. Right? No single source of damage you can take can exceed 10% of max damage. So that's really useful as we... Ooh, that's really good too. My god. That'll replace shapeshifters. So that's... We're going to let that work up to being just plus 60% damage for us. In fact, it's also got 6 dex, so it's plus 72% damage for us overall after we're holding 10,000 gold. Engraved Breastplate already demonstrated its value very effectively to us. Specifically in the recent episode where the Jaguar boss just slammed me to death instantaneously. Seems like it would have been a good opportunity there. I'll take the weapon and then the challenge room rather than gold. I think I have enough perception that I can get to the 10k without too much sweat. Removes 2 corruption for each enemy killed. Obviously, that's going to be a no there from us. Trying to attack very quickly against an elite enemy with enhanced attack frames. Hey, the Jaguar, the champion Jaguar, when it tries to jump at you, a lot of the time just seems to miss. Like, even without me dodging. Is that just a relocation attack, effectively? Oh, wow. Lost my greed kills there, unfortunately, but thankfully we didn't lose them to taking damage! Speaking thereof, enemies working real hard to rectify that previous statement. Oh my god, that's 6 dex. But it's also 3 constitution, which is also damage for us. Negative 19% damage taken. Huh? Offhand combos deal critical damage and it depletes... deals critical damage when the stamina is depleted. Nice. Yeah, we're not going to be taking any of these. We're also probably not going to be re-rolling at all. Yeah, because we have relics at the very end. We're going to want to re-roll aggressively over there. Take the Constitution for free off of that one. I'll take the HP there. Okay. I also buy the cheapest weapon and then just drop it. Just get my perception out. Seems to me it's probably still worth at that point. I'm glad that I don't have a giant greed counter that I'm trying to defend in this room, but I'm also sad that I don't have a giant greed counter that I'm trying to defend in this room. Man, it's complicated. That was really annoying. Got him! Took a little bit of damage, unfortunately, but got him! Got a lot of gold, though. There we are, up near our 10k. Addy as well as an upgrade. I could easily try and get a little cursed if that's what it's going to require in order to make sure that I keep the 10k. Bothers me none. Interesting. Still no clue how it works. Negative corruption. Yeah, we'll take the negative corruption on that one, I think. This one's just the +3 perception for free because that's worth not having to drop something else at this point. Especially with high perception, pretty much all of those are definitely worth our while. There's definitely a point where with low perception you start feeling like, maybe I don't really care about cracking open every single cache of gold anymore. But we're certainly not there with this. This build would do a lot better with greed kills restore and extra stamina. A lot better. Okay, it feels like I'm probably going to have to pay blood for the upgrade. That was so quick. Great offense there, though. 9 perception, eh? I'm going to take that instead of the critical damage. And then I'll take the max HP there. Ooh. Still confused about lightning. Wow, that's just an upgrade on the previous one that I dropped. Do I want it, though? Key question. Nope. Leave that one for whoever comes next. Okay. So, let me clarify what I think lightning's doing so far. It seems the first time you tag an enemy, they're electrocuted. And it seems the second time you hit that enemy, they get hit with a lightning strike. Is it also that when anyone is hit by a lightning strike, if there are electrocuted enemies in the room, they also get hit with lightning? So you tag a bunch of them and then you set off the lightning and it hits everyone? And then if they get hit by lightning, they are set on fire if they live. So that's my full understanding of it so far. I believe a significant amount of that understanding is flawed. Because with that understanding, I'm not finding consistency in the results from the attacks that I would suspect. Maybe I should try and Tesla. Oh, come on. Oh, it'd be so good. Not gonna do it. It's also worth noting a lot of... Whoop. Nice try. Well, that one was less of a try and more of a do. So, I can't tell him that. Yeah, maybe I should be trying to get situations to arise where my understanding of the use case would be proven. I have so many more upgrades on the other weapon, I didn't really want to change for the ceremonial dagger at that point. So we're going to be exceedingly picky with respect to our relic here. I would happily take a plus 12 to Constitution. Not only is it 20% increase to the damage of my weapon, and that's actually not the biggest reason that I want it. In fact, the biggest reason I want it is because I don't want to die in a single hit anymore. Please. We don't really weaken enemies. Maybe if we had a crippling bow? Definitely not that one. We don't have a heavy weapon, and we have, other than enemies dropping them, no opportunities left to pick up a new weapon. There's 12 dex, 30% crit as well as 8 dex. Good lord, that's quite good. Because we are trying to crit. We can reroll and find something higher with crit. Perfect dodge, restore 1 more stamina. Reroll again. Extra healing effects. Low gold offering cost. No, reroll again. Well, things are only getting worse for us so far. I'm going to take 1 more reroll here, and the big reason is because I would really relish the Temple Heart. Glyph of Earth. Also on level on your main weapon. Wow. I think I'm just going to take the 7 Constitution here. Plus 5 Constitution over the thing that I just dropped instead. Oh, we're slightly short. Oh, wait, no, we actually do have more fights. Oh, thank heck. Oh, I was like, how did I miscalculate the amount of gold that I had left there? Okay, so thank heck, we're back above 10k, so we got the plus 60% damage active. I mean, I did strike both of them at the same time. I was trying to test the electrocute one target, then get lightning to go off on another theory there. All right. Let's go, boss. I'm going to be very, very, very focused on just staying away. Because it looks like from our last fight, the enemy is more likely to do the big ground slam. There we go. When they are on fire. And currently, we will be setting them on fire constantly. Because of the lightning strikes, you see. Okay, so they expend being a light with fire attacks. Either the giant ground pound or the unleashing... One sec. Yeah, the unleashing of that. Sorry, the unleashing of fireballs. Yeah. Get spanked. Okay, no, they didn't extinguish the fire effect that time. And because it was too recently applied. Nice try. If at any point here while the enemy was on fire, I decided to just tag them. What? Nice. That is to tag them with my cursed weapon. They would become weakened. So maybe I actually could have made good use out of a extra damage on weakened relic there. Definitely I should have settled for the Dex and Curse. Dex and Curse. Dex and crit damage relic that we saw at the very start. That definitely seems like what I should have done there. However, it does not seem to have been a problem. Was that a perfect fight for me against the final boss? I think it was. Blood Emblem acquired. Extra stamina. Killing an enemy. Blah, blah, blah. We've seen all that before. Lightning. Here we go. Lightning imbued weapons apply with regular moves the shocked status to enemies. Use your weapon's finisher, so it's on finisher. It's not on the second hit. right? So it's not shocked and then they'll get lightning. Use your weapon's finisher to trigger a powerful lightning strike to all of the shocked enemies around. Okay, and then lightning strikes set elements on fire. I wasn't too far off in the rules I laid down for how I suspected it was working. Except I didn't think a finisher was the trigger. I thought a second application was the trigger. I actually think the second application being the trigger is something I disproved at a point, but I wasn't paying enough attention specifically to it. Or rather, I saw it as an inconsistency in my previous rule set rather than an indication of what the new rule set was, because I couldn't assume what it was. However, for the moment, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been, whoo, baby. That is our first success in one of these hard dungeons, which means now we have a Seychelles, the Serpent Temple, to move on to for the moment. But for the moment, hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves. My name has been Rhapsody. Name of the game has been For the Moment. Hopefully you'll be enjoying yourselves for the moment, and hopefully, for the moment, we'll see you for the moment.